Hey there, how's it going? Since October of 2025, I've been dropping a baited camera rig into the Baltimore Inner Harbor mainly to see what's swimming around down there. Frankly, I've gotten way better results than I ever expected to get and thought it would be fun to share. So with that, let's dive on in and check out what I happen to see today. Just to provide some additional information, up on the screen here are some basic water statistics that were taken by one of the interpretive buoy systems that does real-time monitoring in the Baltimore Harbor. Additionally, I'm going to be attempting to make as many identifications as possible utilizing the Chesapeake Bay program's online field guide. All of this is available online, and I'll make sure to include links to these in the description. Also, I'm going to do my absolute best in terms of identification. Please correct me if I'm wrong or if I completely missed something. So today, it really did not take that long, only a couple minutes before stuff started swimming up to the rig. Here you can see a whole bunch of Atlantic silversides coming up and pecking at the bait a little bit. These are super common throughout the Chesapeake and the Inner Harbor, and over the course of this dive, I saw thousands of these guys swimming around. So these guys are pretty much going to be constant characters throughout this entire video. In addition to the silversides, this is going to be one of the first instances of a much larger fish swimming by the camera as well. If you look to the top right of the screen, you're going to be able to see the shadow of what's likely some species of shad. They don't get close enough to the camera to make a definitive identification. I'll throw up the information for the species that are native to the Chesapeake that you could possibly see here, but the best I've been able to get this far is some kind of shad. Another smaller fish that pops up here for the first time, you can see they sort of look like guppies almost. They're called mummichogs. They're another little small fish that is native to the Chesapeake, and they kind of almost look like they have like little tiger stripes, and there are a couple of them mixed in with the silversides here that are all going after the bait. So keep an eye out for them. So in a little bit, another one of those larger shad-looking fish are going to swim up past the top right. I'm going to try my best to give you as much of a heads up whenever these come up. So just look for the red circle, and I'll try and do my best. So this is probably the closest that any of the bigger fish came up to the camera today. Still not 100% sure what this is. Definitely some kind of shad. I was at one point told that this specifically was a gizzard shad. So in that spirit, I'm just going to go with that for the identification. So we're coming up on the last instance of any larger fish coming and swimming by. It's pretty funny to see how all of the little silversides and the mummichongs, they just completely scatter when they sense that something bigger is swimming by. And literally it takes them 2 seconds to come back most of the time. And it's just, they almost come back in greater numbers after every instance. It's so much fun to watch. Okay, so if you've made it this far, that means you've actually gotten to watch a total of 46 minutes of underwater footage in the Baltimore Inner Harbor. In total, I've shared 71 minutes of underwater footage in these long-form videos. Today, we got to see 3 different species swimming around down there. And lastly, that brings our total up to 5 total species that we've seen across all of my long-form videos. If you enjoyed, please feel free to follow along for more. I have 80 or 90 more hours of footage to go through in these, so thank you.